Well, here we are once again, and I've got the need to talk with Cuno and perhaps get something, a little something that my electrochemistry told me I needed this morning when I woke up 3 minutes ago. We did not do much last episode, huh? I guess we just walked around, and when you walk around, time doesn't pass. Speedtrain Cuno leaving station. Wait. Take me with you.
Fuck does Cuno care?
Hey, Cuno. Got any speed?
Fucking right, pig. Cuno's filling bathtubs with that shit. Cuno's a kingpin.
You're yanking my chain, aren't you, kid?
Don't be yanking your shit in front of the Cuno. Cuno's
Gross.
always serious, always rolling. Big kilo, but you ain't getting any.
No.
Get the fuck off.
Oh, come on, kid.
He's got to at least know a source. Look at him. You need to figure this out somehow.
How do we figure it out? Should we ask him again and then say, can I have some? Just a little?
Pig. Cuno ain't dealing to the popo.
No.
Not doing the pork pen for your sad speed habit. You don't know Cuno.
And we never will with our empathy.
He's not worried about prison.
Yeah.
He just wants to antagonize you.
What a little bitch boy.
He's got to at least know a source. Look at him. You need to figure this out somehow.
We need to figure this out somehow. Let's talk about your shack, how about?
The fuck do you want with it?
No, there's no speed in it, huh? I've heard enough of this.
Call Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Cuno about his kingdom.
I have more questions about the crime scene.
Yeah?
No.
Kingdom of Cuno. The fuck do you want with it?
I just want to get your drugs.
Yeah, whatever. Cuno doesn't give a shit.
And this is... we get an extra +1 because we talked to Cuno-ese, huh? 3%. We got to get our empathy up first, and I think... What is... should we spend a skill point? Well, I don't have a skill point to forget that thing. We got +2 towards Kim. That doesn't help. Dang. All right. Well, that's not going to happen, so I don't want to do it. Oh, wait. Is there a point in holding off on this? And I think the answer is yes, because once we... Like, if we ever get rid of our low empathy, like if I forget this thought, then possibly we would not be able to redo it, right? I don't know. 3%. Let's just ask him who Cuno is. Maybe that'll let us ask about his source.
Cuno's Cuno, pig?
Yeah, we know who Cuno is.
Always Cuno, never I. Cuno. Primal. Violent.
Yeah, we already asked about the gang, and he was like, I roll with everyone. Should I ask about the gang again, or should we tell him something he'd call a rabid dog? We need to think. How do we talk with this kid? How do we get through to him? How do we really empathize with him so we can get his drugs? Let's just try this. Interesting. You refer to yourself in the third person to distance yourself from the situation.
Cuno doesn't do that smart shit. Don't throw that bullshit at Cuno. Cuno knows you're lying.
We're so bad at all of this people talking stuff.
Trying to get Cuno hooked on the book.
Hooked on the book.
Watch out, Cuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you!
I'm not gonna put my hands on you.
He's got
No.
Cuno! Help! Rape!
Help! He's got the Cuno, help!
Everyone can hear. You need to get the hell out of here before.
I'm not doing anything, see?
Everybody, please! He's digging his dick out!
Escalate, Cuno! His dick is out! You're afraid!
Escalate, Cuno, escalate.
Pigs in here, Cuno! Somebody, please!
It's full blast now. The wind carries the message far and wide across Martinaise.
Look at his shit-eating grin. He knows there's nothing you can do to him. He's bullying you, and you are helpless. Kill him. Kill him now. He won't see death coming.
Oh, I don't know if Kim would like that.
Nip it in the bud. before it gets completely out of hand, right on his cheek. Just a light tap, to scare him a little. Don't kill him.
We don't want to kill him.
Scare him. How did this happen? You can still get out of this. Appeal to his reason.
Just a light tap. Shut him down! Oh, no! Oh, he's up.
The blow connects surprisingly well, leaving your knuckles tingling.
Holy shit. We just punched that kid. I thought we killed him. He was... Oh, whoa, he liked it.
Cuno feels it.
Yeah.
This was no light tap.
Whoa. I think we can have a normal conversation now. Am I right, Cuno?
Officer, this is very far from normal police conduct. Get yourself together.
We're good. No problem.
Okay, pig.
He's no longer wearing his demonic grin. Something happened. The punch made him calmer. It fucking worked. We should just go around punching all the kids.
Cuno knows to respect that violent shit. You should
That's
see
so
Cuno's dad.
sad.
Cuno's dad doesn't give a shit about anything.
He declares with pride. Okay, game. Well, way to make me feel bad.
The creature behind the fence has fallen ominously silent. Only her eyes are alive, jumping from actor to actor.
Oh, shut up, Cuno Ease, eh?
Okay, pig. Talk to Cuno. We're back in this shit. The fuck do you want?
Oh, we got from 3% to 8%. God. How do I... Wait, we backed down from Cuno at some point. Should I say, so you respect me now? I feel like he'll just be like, fuck no. But I guess we can try. Ooh, what about... You got any speed? That'll be... Yeah, of course. We gotta ask about the speed.
Fucking right, pig.
Oh, come on.
Cuno's filling bathtubs with that shit. Cuno's a kingpin.
Can I have some? Just a little.
Fuck no, pig. Cuno ain't dealing to the popo. Not doing the pork pen for your sad speed habit.
He's not worried about prison.
I know.
He's got to at least...
I know.
Look at him. You need to figure this out somehow.
So, is that the extent of your respect?
You're dreaming, pig. That's not how this shit works.
Yeah.
Don't let him dominate you, Cuno. Fuck his fat ass.
Did we lose it? Okay, we still have a +1 on this check. How on earth do I empathize with him with my low empathy? Maybe we'll figure it out at some point. All right, I'm off, Cuno.
Doesn't fucking care.
Yeah, I know you don't. I'll punch you again, you little piece of rotten turd. All right. Now we can see this guy in all... Cuno, you're blocking my crime scene here with your Cuno's fucking electricity, 20,000 volts. All right, now we can see him in the daylight. Let's do this thing. The Field Autopsy.
Lies on his side, with his eyes looking straight through you. The belt is still around his neck.
We heard that last time.
Adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
All right, Kim. First of all, what exactly is a Field Autopsy?
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
Did you forget that I've forgotten? Anyways, do you have another pair of gloves? Why am I asking? Oh, we don't want to get our gardening gloves dirty, right? Do you have another pair of gloves?
Unfortunately, no.
I have gardening gloves. Maybe they're enough.
They're better than nothing. Tell you what, I perform the anatomical side of things while you will take notes.
We just fill this in, right? Show him the red Field Autopsy form in your ledger.
That's right.
Open my ledger at the Field Autopsy form.
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with...
Let's jump ahead to the 3-part summary.
No. Let's fill out the info form first.
All right, number 1, assistant.
That's you.
Right, Raphael Ambrosius Custo.
The corpse is indifferent to your scribblings. Just lies there. The next box says...
Number 2, coroner's case number.
KK57-0803. dot 0815.
All right, got it.
KK equals Kim Kitsuragi. 57 equals Precinct 57, followed by his date 0803 and time of arrival 0815 on the scene. He's indexed the case after himself, not you.
Hey, shouldn't we file the coroner's case under me? Technically, I arrived at the scene before you.
And what would that make the alphanumeric?
HDB 41.
No, that's not it.
0803. Help me out with the time of day, anyone.
That's not it.
Let's say 1300.
That's not it.
Time to start drinking.
I guess we know what he wants, HDB. He would have refused my RAC.
Good. Let's go with that.
I wanted that +5 experience. All right, number 3, name.
NA. Next.
4, date of birth.
NA.
5, age.
Roughly 50.
Good eye there. All right, about 50. Squiggle, squiggle, 50.
The corpse looks ageless, like meat on a hook.
Ageless. Like an Aes Sedai. Aes Sedai? I forget how they pronounce it in the show. I always pronounce it Aes Sedai, I think. This is Wheel of Time, if you're not familiar. Anyways.
Teeming with opportunistic microorganisms, letting out a foul-smelling diamine compound. Your eyes turn watery.
Anyways, 6, race.
Mondial.
Oh, Mondial, huh?
The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
I wonder how Kim can tell. 7, sex, male, I know.
Fucky, fucky!
The little monster exclaims energetically because we said the word sex.
Male.
Pigs can have sex.
All right, this is official police work. As much as I would like to write fucky fuck, I will not.
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
8, date of death.
We're still going with March 4th. 51.
Sure. 4/3/51. Because apparently in wherever we are, we do the the month first and then the... Wait, oh no, good. Oh, it is the... I don't know why. I didn't even look at that. I was just like, April 3rd. Oh, they did it like Americans do.
What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
This is so boring.
HDB 41 0803.1300 listens motionless with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only one box remains.
11, evidence of treatment.
None. At least not after the initial examination.
What exactly is treatment anyway?
Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem.
I see. But didn't the footprints look like he was carried over? Maybe he was dead beforehand?
They'd have to have incapacitated and carried him over. This man was more than a match for untrained dog walkers.
He places his hand on the dead man's chest as if in preparation to cut him open.
Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then, somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosenkrantz Row, Lieutenant Nick Feuerbach puts his hand to the chest of a small corpse, no larger than a monkey. It's raining outside, light drizzle. There is darkness in the shed.
Is this a memory, or are we in tune with something that's actually happening right now?
Elsewhere yet, an obese female sits in a wicker chair, her silhouette ball-like against the window. Outside, Grand Coudon. The day is turning dim for Sergeant Mac Dawson. Hand extended, he approaches, to make sure she is dead more than anything else.
Wow, are we actually accomplishing? Is Kim actually accomplishing something with the supernatural stations of the breath thing? Like, can we all sense everyone else who's doing it? What is happening right now?
The building is tall, 7 stories wind-wrapped in solitude. Most of the apartments are unoccupied. This was a suicide. The other, an accident. The small one.
Just a kid.
And so, all across Jamrock, Coal City, GRIH, 42 deceased persons found today. 42 stations of breath.
If I had to guess the meaning of these last bits, the stations of the breath bit, it's our imagination based on things we've seen before. It's our imagination that we are actually getting these like visualizations of what everyone else is doing.
We should start the post-mortem.
Well, let's turn the page then.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
All right, Kim. External examination. Summary.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
Very thorough, Kim. He turns the body onto its side to check the underwear label.
See, it's happening.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
Inexpensive briefs.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
All right, we'll write it down.
The boots are ceramic. Vitreous enamel. They are fused to his skin from blood flowing downward post-mortem. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
Or is it?
It would be clever of you to omit the boots altogether, sire. If you are
sure.
to keep them for yourself, as you ought to, you have deserved them more than anyone else.
We omit the boots. We came for them last night, but then we thought better of taking them before we did the field autopsy. But yeah, let's omit the boots. That sounds smart. Good job, drama. Our drama's terrible, I think, but good job.
Tattoos.
He stands up, feet planted on either side of the body.
The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a microelectronical circuit board.
That's what I said.
It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene, using a Trigat Mini.
Right, we are taking copious notes.
The deceased has a cargo lashing belt around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end. Well-nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age, about 50. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature below freezing.
Aha. It is below freezing. We have not been... we have been shivering. I'm just realizing why Shivers is called the way it is. It's freaking freezing out here.
The spine is bent more than the lieutenant compensated for. This buster's actual height is about 1.85. And no, you could not take him straight on.
I love being able to pass challenging skill checks. I'm going to write 1.85 meters, Lieutenant.
Of course, I undercompensated.
He pockets the tape.
Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with the age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
Let's touch the corpse's hair.
His hair feels wet, soaked with rain, cold to touch. Not that different from a living person after a swim.
I'm just so curious. Should we do it gently? Let's do it gently.
The stench is suffocating. Strands of dark brown hair start sticking to your hand, like thread off a ragdoll's head.
What would it have done if we stroked his hair not gently?
There's brilliantine in there. He's combed his hair back with oil.
Let's keep petting him.
More hair sticks to your hand. Hair off the rain-soaked head of a dead man. There are bumps and dips on the skull below. An alien landscape.
An alien landscape.
For a fraction of a second you feel something, an irregularity, but then it's gone. Too minute to register in your mind.
What was that, a bump?
What was what? Brilliantine. There's brilliantine in his hair.
Darn, there's something. Curses. Alright, we'll add the brilliantine.
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Kuno.
Fucking low velocity. You think Cuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max. Talking shit about Cuno's velocity.
Compose ourselves.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest. Consistent with predation.
Should we amend for high velocity? We're trying to get on Kuno's side. Maybe I'll tell him later. You know, I wrote down high velocity.
Ligature mark.
The lieutenant produces a small folding knife. With the other hand pulling on the belt, he starts cutting into the polyester. The stench is horrid. After a while, it's obvious the material cannot be cut. He's cutting between the neck and the belt? Wait. Predation of the of animals biting him, I think. Ligature mark? Is ligature when something bites into your skin, like the belt around his neck? Okay, sorry.
Still wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
We need to remove the belt. Why is it hard to remove the belt? Can't you just take off the hangman's knot?
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
Good thing we got these chain cutters.
Always good to think ahead. Now,
You got it.
we need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below. Carefully, with as much precision as you can.
And this is when you're glad that I dumped all my attribute points into Motorix.
My pig is gonna fuck his head off.
Watch your mouth, you.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Should we look for a good spot to cut? I wonder if that'll increase our odds. It would be really annoying if I mess this up.
The belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like white bread rising from the east. The knot is the weak spot. The chain cutters fit in there. Steady now, like a flower arranger. 2 cuts and it should come loose.
I'm just wondering what I should tell. I feel like I should tell him I'm not your pig, Cuno. He wouldn't respect me if I said I was his pig, right? He respects strength. I'm not your pig, Cuno.
You are? You're Cuno's pig?
Well, let's cut the belt off. Oh, that was good. Our odds of failure went from 17% to 3%. Very good.
After some deliberation, you sink the cutters into the knot tying the belt together. You squeeze the rubber handles together, sweat forming on your brow.
Press down.
Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
Yes, indeed. Ligature must mean the imprint on the skin from the belt or the abrasion.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck.
Right. So the lieutenant has kneeled closer, running his finger along the dark red groove until there's a gap.
As it ought to. This is where its grip on the curdled meat is gentlest, pulling up.
That's talking about the belt pulling up the neck, and then right when it, is pulling up here, it's not going to be cutting into the skin back there.
Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters.
So they held him up, and then they dropped him. Yeah.
Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact, genitalia
Hang on, before you pull down the man's underpants, I just want to make sure I understand what this drop is talking about. Because I said they lifted him up and then they dropped him to break his neck. I was thinking that with a lynching, you just let him suffocate. Like you would hoist him up from the ground. But that's not what they did, is it? They lassoed it? Yeah, they lassoed the belt around the branch. So, right, so they couldn't hoist him up from it. Like, it's not a rope that's pulleyed around the branch. Anyways, okay, so they did drop him up, and then they maybe broke his neck or something, I don't know. Anyways, time to pull down the man's underpants. I believe Cuno East is about to go apeshit.
No! Let's get out and see!
I fucking knew it!
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
Let's give Cuno and Cuno East a show and inspect the genitals.
The dead man's penis is average-sized, congested from the downward collection of blood. The testicles are uneven in length, hanging underneath. The genitalia is greenish. Marbling is present around the crotch. You should touch it.
Well, if electrochemistry says so.
Doesn't feel like anything. Just cold flesh under your finger. Unremarkable and unalive.
Why? Why electrochemistry?
My pig's so fucking ill right now.
His voice swells with pride. Yes, we will get that speed out of you yet, Cuno.
Oh, your pig's pretty sick, I gotta say.
Yes, they respect me so much. All right, it down and move on. That's why electrochemistry said I should touch it. Because electrochemistry really wants that speed. All right, let's move on.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are all combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip.
All right, boring stuff.
Bullets have bitten little pieces out of him. It must have been excruciating, especially the hip. Before you is a temple of pain that knew little tenderness in life.
I am so boring without my skills, right? I was like, who cares, who cares, who cares? Ooh. Thank you, pain threshold. A temple of pain that knew little tenderness in life. Wow, beautiful.
In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
This is the body of a soldier. A mercenary.
We have a real museum here. Of battles, wars. Last item, hands.
He takes the man's right hand in his, inspects it, and then moves on to the other hand. Let's pick up the hand, too.
The hand is surprisingly heavy to lift, filled with decay liquids. Feels as though it could explode if squeezed harder. You're suddenly repulsed, so much so you feel compelled to drop it.
Hands are clean. No sign of injury from struggling.
So, my thoughts here are that our strengths complement Kim's. I feel like Kim's strengths are intellect and psych, and mine are the other two, physique and motorics. Although Kim probably is nimble, has a high motoric skill. Anyways, were we expecting any sign of injury from struggling? I think, yeah, we were.
I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment.
Do we need more of those? Oh, what did the gardener give us? Ammonia. Yeah, we need more ammonia, maybe. Anyway, we'll write down what he said. No sign of injury from struggling. Yeah, that's fascinating.
Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next?
I don't think your nose is gonna like this, but next is internal examination, sir.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
Hold on, let me check my brain.
You don't even have a joke.
Nope.
Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
Gross.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it
Don't do
gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous.
I'm learning so much about what happens to people when they get hung and then left in a tree for 7 days.
You hear cracks as the lieutenant moves his sharp fingers inside the flesh, like the creaking of an old house at night.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
Gross.
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable. Respiratory system.
Back hunched as if in prayer, he begins to pry open the dead man's jaws. He stops to exert both force. Both hands are used. Need some help there?
He's really doing it. The dead man's teeth cut into his gloved hand.
Ah, don't cut your gloves, man.
Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
Let's look inside the dead man's mouth ourselves.
No scream, no sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like you're about to throw up again, straight in that mouth of his.
Kim would probably not appreciate that.
No, you don't. You can keep it in. You can keep anything in.
Indeed, let's look deeper. Deeper.
You manage to suppress the contractions trying to enter your stomach. All it takes is concentration. Through it, you see nothing but darkness. More meat and darkness.
Hemorrhaging present in mucus.
He repeats impatiently. He lets go of the jaws. The mouth snaps shut before you. All right, we'll write it down.
Hepatobiliary. NA.
Why, don't we have anything?
Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
I don't think so.
Neither am I.
And that's it?
That's it.
All right, not applicable.
Same for toxicology and serology. NA.
Both?
Unless you have untapped reservoirs of knowledge there?
The completionist in me wonders if there's something we could still do.
Like a toxicology screening? At this stage, I doubt processing will find anything, even if he was brimming with cocaine. But still, you should add a request.
Yeah, good point.
Brimming with cocaine.
So we'll write it down?
Cardiovascular. The body exhibits lividity in the lower extremities, feet, hands, and neck. Visually consistent with the hanging.
Write it down.
Gastrointestinal.
He breathes a sigh of approaching relief. This is the last field on the list. He looks around to the ground, the pool of feces there. I didn't notice feces coming out. Should I have noticed that?
This will do.
This will do. I don't know.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
Write it down. Keep the voila.
What's next on the list?
Description of injuries, a summary.
Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too.
You got it, sir.
Be thorough if you want maximum results.
What's the 4th injury field for?
Nothing. Just in case.
Okay. I guess I did that, and now I just talk about it? Bite marks.
Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted.
Write it down.
Your opinion, officer?
I think I understand here. It's a non-fatal post-mortem injuries, yes? Are they called injuries? Yeah, injuries.
Agreed. Next injury?
Contusions.
So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing its post-mortem.
Indeed.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
We write it down, yes.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath, the description of injury. 2 boxes.
Non-fatal post-mortem.
Right. Next.
Turning the page back would take us to the internal injuries. Hold on. What happens if we turn the page
The
back?
corpse lays slouched to the side.
Nothing. All right.
If you want maximum results.
We shall indeed finish the autopsy with the ligature mark, which was the cause of death, I guess?
A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact.
Okay, so his spine was intact, so he didn't break his spine, maybe, when he fell? So he did, in fact, suffocate, or the hyoid bone. Is that the Adam's apple? I don't know.
I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Write it down.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible.
Well, the hemorrhaging was not present. Sorry, where does it say? No, it wasn't hemorrhaging. It was early inflammatory response that would happen if he was dead. So I think he was living when they hung him.
Think for a moment. There's time. Don't rush.
Okay. But there's no signs of clawing. I mean, if I had to guess, they drugged him and bound him. Okay, so let's say that they dropped him from 1 meter to 1.5 meters. His spine didn't break. It broke his neck bone. Hemorrhaging on the skin above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing. That's it, huh? I feel like this is important. I'm going to say it was fatal. What do you think, Kim?
That's it. We have established cause of death. It's not much, and it leaves much to be questioned. But it's a start.
Yeah. I wonder if we got that wrong.
Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
How did it go, do you think?
Well, we established probable cause of death. Some would say that's the goal of an autopsy. We also requested a toxicological screening. That was thorough. The results should arrive in a couple of weeks, if we are lucky. I will not hold my breath.
What else, Kim?
We were thorough with the list of injuries too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional field autopsy.
All right. Fair enough.
Oh yeah, well done, Master Detective. Maybe a drink is in order?
Perhaps a drink is in order. Later, I mean?
Now, you see, that worries me. You will die if you drink. You know that, don't you? You are proving a useful detective. The organization would miss you.
What now, detective?
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg
All right, we'll rip out a copy.
for processing.
Oh, wait. He's not going to be here. Wait, he's gone. Hold on. He looks at the dead man one more time, then at the slip of red paper in his hand, then at the corpse again.
You tilt your head, also looking at the corpse.
How do I get my perception up? Oh, we didn't establish probable cause? Wait. Oh, maybe if we had said that... Maybe if we had left it open. Like, if we had been like, maybe it's not fatal. Or maybe it's not cause of death. I forget what we said. Then it wouldn't have given us that -1 for establishing probable cause. Because establishing probable cause means that our perception is now lower. We're not searching the body as thoroughly because we're like, oh, we know what happened. That's so interesting. Even if we're right, it's going to make us less likely to notice something about it. Well, is it worth doing at 28% and then we can come back? Sure.
You run your hands over the victim's cold body, his limbs, his torso with its swollen organs. Maybe you should be more thorough.
Let's first look under his fingernails like Kim already did.
His fingernails have turned dark. They're chipped and quite long. There is dirt under them. That's all.
So boring.
Do you think we missed something?
Maybe. There's something we're not seeing, I think.
Okay, well, we are in livor mortis here. He's disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body if we want to conduct another examination, and we need to do it fast.
Where would we find a fridge for the body?
It would have to be industrial in size. Let's start by asking Gart at the Whirling in Rags and the Fritz store down at the gates. If they don't know, but only if all else fails.
Cuno might have a fridge at his home. He would probably love to have a dead body in his fridge at home. And I'm realizing it must not be freezing anymore. The body was freezing for 7 days, but now it's not. Interesting.
Only
Oh,
if all else
oops.
fails.
Sorry, kind of double clicked on that. Fuck are you looking at, Bino Man? You want a piece of the Cuno? Want to get fucked?
Cuno looks like he gets around. Knows Martinez. And its fridges too, probably.
All right, let's hurry then.
This is one task we cannot sideline. With every hour, whatever we are looking for will become harder to find.
All right, well then that's what the next video will be. A fridge for the hanged man. Looks like we got some thoughts, or one thought at least.
Elysium-based life form.
Excellent.
We tell them, hell no. You're about to become a magnesium-based life form. The age of the primitive carbon man is done. No longer must mankind rely on slow-working background radiation to take us further into our genetic destiny. This is the era of guided evolution, and magnesium is the key. You are the first of your species. The next step in human evolution. An advanced magnesium proto-man who mags it up, drinks it down, and sniffs it sideways.
Sounds about right. +2 volition? -1 logic. No such thing, man. Wow, I was not expecting it +2 volition. That's a lot better than the volition I had now, which is 1. Oh, we have 3 morale now. Crazy. Cool. Okay. And what was the problem there? Let's see. What was the question? Some people say magnesium doesn't really do anything and you just need to quit. What do we tell them? We tell them, hell no. Alrighty. Excellent. We've got Cuno and Cunoese chilling there. We've got tasks. We've got a skill point, possibly 2. Oh, perception. If I got more perception. Oh, wait, I might have clothes that can give me perception, right? Darn it. No perception. I can't get perception with any things that I can interact with. Oh, we got that photo I have never looked at. Yeah. Nothing. I do need to get more smokes from the Freet. We got a lot of bonuses from things. -2 savoir-faire. Unbelievable. How have I not found trousers or shoes? And freaking Cuno, give me those pants. Will you empathize with me now? No. I shot the body down. I made him respect me, and I talked to Cunoese. And it's at 8%. Oh. Well, Cuno, you got a fridge, right?
For the fuck imp. Good thing you asked the Kunmeister. Cuno knows a fridge. Perfect for freezing
I thought you would. Where is it?
Bacon Man's in a rush. But what's in it for the Cuno? What's the return on Cuno's investment?
Oh, I'll help you out, bud.
Don't fuck it up. You need a fridge.
Is that a red check? Cannot be retried. And Half-Light's telling me don't fuck it up. Let's do it. Let's convince the Cuno to spill the beans.
Kuno's a poor kid from a poor neighborhood. Say your job is on the line. He'll sympathize.
Am I sure about this? Sounds sort of weak.
No, it's not weakness. It's sincere. Do not confuse sincerity with weakness. Say it. Trust me.
Rhetoric trying to get me killed here. Kid, this is serious. My job is on the line. If I don't get this sorted, I might actually get fired.
The fuck are you doing right now? The fuck is this shit?
I don't know, Cuno. I don't know.
Don't pay attention to him. Just keep telling your sad story.
I've lost almost everything, Cuno. My memory, my money, even my name. I know I can't lose my job too. Please help me.
It's not that dramatic. We can just send the body to processing.
Shut up, Kim.
Kuno's never seen anything so lame. Listen, pig, if you were Cuno, the fuck would you care?
This isn't working at all. You lied to me, golden mouth man.
You just haven't done it long enough. You need to do it even longer. The golden mouth man is a liar. He can't be trusted, sire. He only wants to humiliate you.
Rhetoric!
No, it's the face block who's trying to humiliate you. Why does he speak like that? Why can't he speak like a normal person?
All right. You're right, Cuno. If I were Cuno, I probably wouldn't care.
See, sad shit? Cuno doesn't fucking care about this sad shit. Your sad shit.
I know.
Now, how about you at least try to entertain the Cuno, or get the fuck off his crime scene?
Oh, maybe I could entertain you. I know some street magic.
Why don't we go pester some other kids now?
All right, let's figure out what's going on with this kid.
What's going on? He's an ungovernable youth on your crime scene, throwing around incendiary language, trying to push your buttons.
Cuno, I think you can turn the Cuno down for a moment. Let's talk like normal people.
Trying to fuck at the Cuno! Trying to fuck at me! Trying to fuck! Kuno only gets higher! It's faster, faster, faster! Can't take the Cuno! Stay out of the reactor!
This kid is killing me.
Kuno's gonna fuck you up! Up, up!
Normal is not what we got here. You've got to work with what you have for now.
Okay, I'm off.
Kuno doesn't fucking care!
Is Cuno the best video game antagonist in the world? He's not even an antagonist, isn't he? If I just had a shred of empathy, I would be able to get him on my side, and we would be like the Three Musketeers, roaming around, solving crimes, doing speed. If only I had empathy. Maybe next time. Until then, y'all take care.